Listen to the Bleach Bros Podcast. Come and get cleansed.
Welcome into the Bleach Bros Podcast. This is B-Word. And Jake, what do you got going on this week, man?
I was busy with work, kids, life, wife, projects around the house, you know, the typical honeydew man list shit. But you're single and mingling, so I would rather hear your stories and live vicariously that way. What you got going on?
Singling and mingling involved schoolwork and work, and watching a meth head try to break into a car the other day. And actually, that was pretty cool because, you know, you just like you know when you see a child, like they finally find a way to get into a cupboard or something.
Yeah, like an epiphany where it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, and then their eyebrows raise up, and then all of a sudden they're just like, "Oh, look what I can do." Yeah, that's what this meth head looked like until the cops showed up. It was pretty awesome.
So I parked in downtown Portland because we know how lovely that fucking city is.
Right.
And I walked out today after leaving a client's, and a bum was peeing on my car again.
Oh, nice.
And I said, "Hey," and all he did was turn around and go, "Hey," and then I went, "Whoa," and he goes, "Is this your car?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm almost done." And I just, at that point, it's like, your balls are out. You got that much balls. Like, I mean, it rains enough up here. It's the passenger side. I'm like, fuck it. I don't even want to argue at this point. I'm just getting in the car and getting the hell out of here. He's high on meth or something.
My daughter started a job when she went down to Southern Nevada for college, and she was working at a coffee house. And her second day there, a bum was banging on the drive-through window, and then decided that he was going to go to her car because why anybody else's car, right? And he jumped on top of the car, unzipped his pants, pissed all over the car, and then got upset, so he ripped the windshield wipers off.
That's awesome.
Gotta love Vegas, dude. Vegas, Portland, all of that shit. You can keep it.
It's anywhere anymore. I mean, and speaking of, whipping it out and taking a good, relaxing, relieving time, one of my favorite people from one of my favorite shows that we plug all the time, Dads On DayQuill, Dome, or as I call him, the Illiterate, because they got the Dome, the Gnome, and the Stone, but I renamed him the Granite, the Illiterate, and the Midget. Dome is on with us tonight. Welcome in, bro. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great. I am on day 11 of 12 in a row for work. I am running on fucking dad fumes if I've ever been on them. I think my bloodstream has actually just been solid Bang energy drinks for the last 2 days straight.
I'm a big fan of Bang. The CEO
Bang.
Looks like he intravenously took Red Bull and then had a Marty McFly moment, or what is it, Doc? And decided to go back in time and make his own drink. What's your favorite flavor of Bang?
So I just tried a new one. It's this weird watermelon one. That's actually pretty good. But the only one I haven't enjoyed was this unicorn cock one or whatever it is. I don't know. It's unicorn something. It's terrible. Tastes like shit.
Unicock.
Yeah, it's a black and pink can, and it's disgusting. It's unicorn something, unicorn rainbow or some shit like that, and it's absolutely terrible.
So you know what's interesting? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
You know what's interesting about energy drinks is that like they're either way too fucking sweet, or they're just crisp enough, but you're not like all in on that flavor. Because like everybody that does, like if we went down the list, right, and we all drank Bangs, like I probably could pick out two that I like. You'd probably pick out two. B-Word would pick out two, and none of them are the same fucking drink.
Yeah.
The two that I like, you got Blue Raz and Purple Rain. Everything else sucks.
Yeah, I like the Purple Rain or the Purple Haze is another one that's good.
That's what it is, the Purple Haze.
Yeah, the Blue Raz is good. There's one, it's a Miami Colada or something like that. I haven't tried yet. But I used to drink Rockstars a lot, and I would just, when I was drinking alcohol a lot, I would just literally take 50-50 between Rockstar and vodka and just mix it together. Ooh. And I'd drink like 7 of those a night.
So like a Platinum Gorilla. Yeah, Platinum Gorillas are the best, bro.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, I like the cherry limeade. I hate the Blue Raz. It tastes like cotton candy to me. And I like the watermelon. I don't remember what else is in it, but I've had that one, and that's probably the two I like.
Yeah, that one's good. The black cherry, I think the black cherry vanilla ones are actually really good too.
That's not
I
bad.
haven't had the black cherry vanilla.
It's a little sweet at the end, but
Yeah.
I mean, so Dome has introduced me to sup, and I just want to get into this. I mean, and we've talked in the background, and we were a big fan of your show, and we've all like shared stories and stuff, and we've guested before and everything. And this is the first time you're on ours, but you shared with me a recipe for Bloody Mary deviled eggs. And you made these for a party, or was it one of the times like all you bros were together? You do this often, or?
So we did it. I did it for Thanksgiving. I like to mess around a lot with foods. That's kind of one of my things. Like, you know, for our show, we each have our own little kind of niche. And one of mine is cooking and messing around with food. And for Thanksgiving, I did these Bloody Mary deviled eggs, and they were outrageous. And I don't remember. I saw the original was on TikTok, and then I did a little research to kind of figure out which way was going to be best. But I absolutely, they are now a fan favorite. They will be a staple at all parties and things like that. I found a couple other recipes too that involve Bloody Marys that I'm going to try out. The next one is going to be a Bloody Mary grilled cheese.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
that sounds good. Yeah, because I did the recipe you sent me, and then I remember we were talking, and I was not being smart that day because I sent I got these ginger pickles, and tried that on it. It was interesting. I mean, it had a different tang to it. I would probably do it again, but I really enjoyed those. So, B Word and Dome, I'm going to ask you this: if you could turn any drink into a food, what drink would you turn into food? And then we'll vice versa on that. What food would you turn into a drink?
So the dad in me wants to say applesauce or apple juice. I mean, because come on, I love apples, and it's easy. Like it's just easy. It's simple. I want to take apple juice and make it into an apple, right?
Okay.
But no, I would actually one drink that I would like to figure out how to make into some type of food is a Moscow Mule.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
And like, hear me out. Like, if you think of the Moscow Mule, right, it's got that gingery spice to it, right? It's a smooth drink, a little bit of sweet lime to it. I feel like there's some way to turn that into like some kind of taco.
Yeah, I could see that
kind of situation. And then going the opposite direction, I'm going to steal this one for a little bit. This isn't an original for me, but peanut butter and jelly. I've seen that a few times, and I haven't had the opportunity to try it. But peanut butter and jelly, I saw you can do peanut butter whiskey, and then take your flavor of jelly that you like, and you can kind of muddle that down and turn that into a drink.
That's not bad. See, like the Moscow Mule, I would turn into like a granada, I guess, and you could put that on top of like a fish taco.
Yeah.
And that would be because you could break down the ice and all that and do that. I mean, it's sort of cheating because you're essentially taking the drink and you're just freezing it and then put it on there. But you could add some oomph to it, I guess. That would be fun. B-Word, what about you?
You know, we had a person comment on one of our social media posts this week in regard to what drink would make a good dish or vice versa. And they actually said like a fudge sundae. Like you can turn a fudge sundae into I would imagine a milkshake or a drink of some kind of cocktail. But one of the things that I actually like, so there's this smoothie and shake like healthy shake store here where I'm located, and they actually make a Nutter Butter health shake. And I love Nutter Butters. Like those are freaking killer. So the fact that it's a healthy drink, but it also has the Nutter Butter flavor, like I'm all about that life. So something to do with peanut butter. Like I'm thinking peanut butter and bacon, something like I love peanut butter bacon hamburgers. Like those are fantastic. But if you were to take that and make that into a drink, like that would probably warm my heart.
That's good. Yeah. See, when I was first thinking of this, of course you go sweet first, right? Because everybody's had those shots too, like the birthday cake shots or whatever, you know, the books out there. But if I was going to do food to a drink, the chef and me I would do an entree and a dessert, right? So for an entree, you guys have had a red eye beer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got the raw egg in there. You got the tomato. It's like, it's like a different style of Bloody Mary, essentially. I would take steak seasoning and put that on the rim of the glass.
Okay.
Maybe even shake in some clarified bacon fat to add some of that nuance into it, right?
Okay.
Worcestershire, the egg and everything. So you'd have a steak and egg breakfast and a drink, right? So that's what I'm thinking there. For dessert, I would do a lemon meringue pie. And the way I would play on that is I like gin fizzes. I like drinks with egg whites shaken into them. So like a Hell or High Water is one of my favorite drinks. Have you ever had that, Dome?
No.
So it's bourbon whiskey, lemon juice, vermouth, and then you shake it with egg white. If you have somebody that shakes it enough, essentially, you could almost make the egg white like whipped, right? So then you could creme brulee the top of that and make like a lemon flavored sweet shot and make it almost look like a lemon meringue pie too. So you get that little flavor on it. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be good.
If I was going to go the adverse way though, for food, I love to do salads. We've done this before on the show. When I did the bat squash IPA, we made a salad dressing out of it.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll send you that afterwards too. Yeah, we did something for Rogue Brewing Bat Squatch, and I made a bacon Bat Squatch IPA vinaigrette for a nice summer salad with like grilled chicken and stuff on it. So I would do you guys know what a Tom Collins is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would make a cucumber salad out of that because it's got the cucumber in it, it's got the mint, it's got lime, sort of like that. Where you're going with the Moscow Mule, right? But more on the savory side with the less sweetness. I would take the dressing, I would take the cucumber, I would add some tomato, and I would make a dressing out of the gin cocktail, and so it has that kick to it, and do like that.
Yeah, and it's got it would have like the same effect as like an acidic balsamic vinegar type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
That would work.
You might need to switch out a different clear alcohol than the gin, because gin might be a little too astringent depending on what you're mixing with it. But for dessert, the one I would love to do is I would try to make a Manhattan cherry cobbler.
That seems way too sweet for me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you take the bourbon, like if you took really good, like rough bourbon, right? Like almost like a rye, right? That would balance out against the vermouth sweetness. And then you're just going to take some nice cherries, and you don't have, you could take some really good, nice cherries and just sort of like, flambe them really quick and then make the topping separate and set it on top of it. So you're not cooking it all day in that sugar. But I would take the bitters, and I would take like that candied sugar that chocolatiers use, or, they put on top of like cookies and stuff that stays whole. And I would toss that in bitters for the topping. And I think that actually might turn out pretty good.
You know what's really funny is, and this is completely off topic, and it's also not something we discussed behind the scenes, but every time Jake says sweetness, I'm reminded of that parody of a band Skittles commercial where like they're married.
Give me your sweetness.
And, yeah, give me your sweetness. Are you ready for my sweetness? And,
oh,
I'm gonna come. Oh. And did you know that? And sorry to get off topic here, but did you know that there's actually like 2 or 3 commercials that follow that same storyline?
Yeah, taste the rainbow.
Yeah,
Really?
well, yeah. So the I don't know if it's the final one or the second one, and there might only be 2. But she ends up giving birth to a Reese's Pieces, and so he finds out that she's cheating on him. It's so funny.
That's awesome.
Terrible. Oh shit! Did you know that Skittles actually don't have different flavors?
Well, the green tastes like shit.
Fruit Loops don't have different flavors either.
Yep.
When they change the green flavor of Skittle, though, it tastes like pesticide now. It's so bad.
It's supposed to be apple, but there are no flavors. It is all just to play on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see that they changed the green M&M?
Yeah. Hitless now.
So yeah. So you don't have the high heels. So now you have sneakers, and then they took the skin away. Like, I don't understand that. Like there was skin before.
I hope they Caitlyn Jenner the orange one.
Oh, I'm totally fine with it, dude. I would hope that they over sexualize the yellow one, the guy who talks like this, because I would hope that the peanut starts to like lean forward out of his shell very inappropriately.
I could care fucking less. Like, I think that it's absolute pure genius, because you have one side of the world that's like, oh, this is so amazing. Look at what they're doing. Look at what Eminem's doing. They're being so forward thinking. And then you have the other side who's like, fuck Eminem, and they're big old giant vagina ways because they're just conforming to something fucking stupid. But either way, they're getting talked about.
Yeah.
And they're getting talked about at the lowest levels of humanity. So
all publicity is good publicity.
Yep.
Well, I was gonna say, and Dome's right in the middle, just going fuck all this. Like this is all, like as you said, this is all stupid. All right, what's your favorite flavor of M&M then?
Blue.
No, not like color. I meant like you know how they have like, what is it now? They got fudge brownie, pretzel, crunchy, crispy. They got so many fucking flavors now. It's like Oreos. It sucks.
I was gonna say, how does the blue taste different than the red?
Yeah,
he's doing that to be an ass. He's like, oh, fucking care. I would have said green, but they took the skin off, so I went with blue.
I don't want to say the brown one. I don't want to be in trouble.
I was gonna say yellow. No, I like the peanut butter ones. So I'm a huge peanut butter fan. I've tried damn near every one. One I don't like is the coffee nut. The coffee nut M&M is fucking terrible to me. I think it's disgusting. I am a peanut butter fan till the day I die.
I've never even seen the coffee.
I went to M&M World in October, and they had a pumpkin flavored M&M.
Really?
Oh God, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
I bet.
I'm a milk chocolate person, but I have to be honest, man. The peanut butter ones are good. I've always been a Reese's Pieces kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Reese's Pieces?
So I feel like not Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces. We'll get into the spelling bee later.
Reese's Pieces.
Thank you. It is Reese's Pieces. There it is. Yeah.
Oh
Fuck you, B word.
It's so for the audience here wondering what the hell we're talking about, Jake the Hater is the Imbecile and Dome is the Illiterate, and this is why they can't pronounce Reese's Pieces. So back to my point here, I kind of feel like I'm cheating on Reese's fuck you,
Reese's Pieces.
That's right. Let it out.
I kind of feel like I'm cheating on Reese's Pieces by eating peanut butter M&Ms, so I don't do it.
See, I don't, because there is a distinct different flavor. Like I love that they made the new share bag, which has peanut butter, and the classics in there, because I'll buy that one for the family. I mean, I like the almond too, but I feel like it's the most pretentious fucking M&M. Like you show up with that tan bag and show your friends, and they all just think you're a snooty douche. Like they're like, "Fuck you! You didn't like. You're too high class for fucking peanuts, so you bring a different nut." If you could make a fucked up parody flavor of M&M, like here's my example. So I know Dome's favorite flavor of M&M is blue. I would make waffle M&Ms, and I would make them in a blue bag that are only blue and sell the blue waffles.
I
would eat the ever-loving shit out of those. Listen, if you made a chicken and waffles fucking M&M, I would be all over that.
The chicken and waffles, dude, you got me there. That would be phenomenal. I would try that totally.
There's this place in Vegas called Bruxy, and it's on the Strip, and they specialize in chicken and waffles. And it is phenomenal. They do this breakfast chicken and waffles thing where they do an egg over top of it, and they have this cheese sauce. This place is out of this fucking world.
Blue. Well, here I would have Billy Madison be the spokesperson, because he's seen a blue duck before when he gets asked. So I'd have a blue chicken and a blue waffle on the bag of my M&Ms. And sell the shit. And the best part is, Karens wouldn't get it for like 3 years. It's like when they first heard that whisper song and didn't know what sweet means, and they're walking around letting their kids say it, and all of a sudden they're like, "That means coming in my face. What the fuck?" B-word, what would you do?
Yeah, that's so good. A blue waffle M&M. That's amazing. That's amazing. And so you'd have to decorate the bag though. Like it'd have to be a really bumpy bag.
No,
it would have to have like little red dots on it.
I would be an ass too, like if I had an advertising team, and I would make fun of all other foods, like let go of my Eggo, but I'd be saying like let go of my blue waffle, and just have like hot women in the commercials with little kids running around grabbing the bags out of in between their legs.
You could do the bag like super easy. You just take a waffle and you have it, like 20% transparency in the back, so the bag itself has just this big waffle on it, and then it's just something super simple where it's like the M&Ms are kind of like sitting together in a corner, and that's it. That's the whole bag.
I never thought I'd have a show where we said blue waffle this many fucking times in a row in my life.
It's better than 2 Girls, 1 Cup. because that was bad. So the blue waffle, I actually heard that was a fake, that was a parody. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to investigate it. Like, the FBI sees enough shit that I look up that I don't really need to be Googling blue waffle. But
That's gross.
yeah, for those of you that are listening to this and you want to Google blue waffle, just make sure that you choose the right one. And also, don't use Google, because Google will censor you.
And buy my M&Ms. Coming out next year. COVID edition. That's what they should have done. They should have had like all of us people at home during COVID come up with shit. Like, you know how like oatmeal every year has that contest, like come up with the new flavor of oatmeal. You sit around going, I could come up with one, and you're thinking about it going, what the fuck am I gonna put in oatmeal that Quaker is gonna sell on a shelf? Like, yeah, I'll do chicken and waffles with bacon in it. How the fuck are we gonna put the chicken in the box, Jake? I don't know. Fuck it. Let's just do blue waffle oatmeal.
I actually had a fantastic marketing idea one year. And I sent it into Lay's and submitted it, and they promptly rejected it, and not in a nice fashion. But I'll let you guys determine. And it's not as bad as you think it is. So I was walking through the grocery store one day with the kids, and I was like, you know what would be a fantastic fucking marketing idea is if Lay's potato chips bags had scratch and sniff stickers on them. Think about that for a second.
That's phenomenal.
Scratching so you can smell the flavor of the chip. It's fucking brilliant. The second the kid smells it, you're gonna walk up and be like, well, I don't know if I like this new fucking flavor or not. And you walk up to it and you scratch it and you smell it and you're like, well, shit, maybe this fucking Korean taco dog actually is pretty good. Let's give it a shot.
It tastes like an everything bagel.
Yeah,
That's the worst idea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dome.
The letter that I got, the email that I got from Lay's back said the exact same thing, word for word. This is the worst idea we've ever heard.
At the time, Aaron, I had to say it was the chef there too. He just hasn't told you yet. No, I mean, because here's the thing. The reason I understand the thought process behind this, right? And this sounds like one of those like you know when B-Dubs comes out with new chicken wing flavors, when all the stoners get together and go, hey, let's make a Mountain Dew coconut wing.
Mm-hmm.
The scratch and sniff idea on a Lay's bag sounds good until you realize the shit they put on the chips, and it's gonna because smell chips next time. They smell nothing like they taste, and vice versa, right? It's not like pussy. When you smell a bad pussy, it's gonna probably taste bad. It's probably not gonna fuck good, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the only things that I like to eat that is very equivalent to the scratch and sniff test. There's not a lot of food out there that, unless it's like rancid food, sometimes the smell gets you, but the taste is phenomenal, and vice versa.
That's Jake. So we had a podcast about this before, where you said that I was actually with you and Aaron from I Had to Say It, where we were talking about, is ketchup appropriate on a steak, and you gave me this whole lecture as to why ketchup was invented, and I kind of feel like your pussy experience requires that kind of ketchup.
But that's catsup. It goes on the cat. No, but that goes with taste though too. So it's not about smell. I mean, it was all for taste. It was to make you be able to swallow it. You know, like when you put peanut butter on a pill for a dog, right, or on your balls so that you can get off later.
If you have to put ketchup on a steak in order to eat it, then whoever cooked the steak for you is a fucking imbecile.
Preach.
I'm glad you went with that, because at first I thought you were going to say, if you have to put peanut butter where Jake was talking about, and then you went to say, like, oh, okay, different meat, we're good.
No, I don't need peanut butter on anything to swallow that meat. I got you, bro.
Oh, I love you. This reminds me when we were on your show, me and you, we bonded. I knew we did.
So speaking of your show, you guys do a little dad stories in the beginning of every show.
We do.
So your show's the Dads on DayQuill, and I think that's probably the most authentic thing that you guys do. Not to say that you guys don't do some other things that are incredible, but probably the most genuine thing that you guys do on the show is you guys have a nice little round table of dad stories, just things that affected you that week, or decisions that were made, or funny stories. The one that I had to pull over off the side of the road was when you got your dick size compared with your son. That one was amazing. So for our, and I'm kind of putting this on you right now, but for our audience, because you know some of our audience hasn't heard your story, can you kind of try to recap that a little bit, because that was hilarious.
So the long and the short of it is that my kid,
No pun. Sorry.
my son is 6 and soon to be 7, and he has no shame. Like this kid, I've caught him perched up like a gargoyle on top of a toilet trying to, watch turd coming out of his butthole. And there was just one day where he had promptly, some stuff was going on, and he had promptly just let me know that his dick was bigger than mine. Like that's the cut straight to it, man. And it shakes you to your core when your 6-year-old has that much confidence in his own wang, But yeah, I mean, my kid's full of funny stories, from shooting cars into a wall and then hiding stuff in the hole, to just this recent day. The kids are with their mom, been divorced for about a year now, and they're over there for the week, and she called me up and she's like, "Hey, can you talk to your son?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. What's going on?" Well, I had to have a conversation on why it's not okay to run around the house naked when there's people here. I was like, "Well, why is it not okay? I'm not the one to talk to him about this. I would like to be naked all the time." She's like, "No, Josh, I had company over. I just started my new job. Like there was a lot of stuff going on. I had people over, and he decided to come out of the shower with no clothes on and just strut his stuff into the kitchen." And I was like,
He's got a big wang.
wang.
Yeah,
So I'm FaceTiming my kid, and he's like, I can stop, I guess. And it's like, "Son, look, when mom or anyone has company over, you should dry off, put some clothes on, and then walk out with clothes on. At least put some shorts on. Like if you want to walk out with no shirt on, whatever, but at least put some shorts on. Not everybody likes to see little kids' peckers." Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Well, that sucks." And that was it, dude. Like that was the end of the conversation. He promptly changed it into telling me about his day and what Connor did at school, and he just like grazed right over it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I tried.
Kids honesty is one of my favorite things. I remember one with my oldest when I was single after me and her mom split, and she's about 3 or 4. And I had a queen size bed, and of course she has her little bed in the room, and she'd come in and she did the little thing where she'd sneak in every night and try to lay on my bed. And one night I rolled over, and I don't know, it had to be like 2 or 3 in the morning. And I was like, "Lila, you got to go back to your own bed." And she goes, "Dad, you are alone and sad. And there is plenty of room on this bed for me. Just roll over. I am a little person." And I just looked at her going, damn, like she's right. Like this sucks, but you're right.
Yeah.
The brutal honesty of kids is awesome.
My kid, my kid came back home. She went to college. And she loved the experience, but I think she got a little homesick. So she's back for this semester. She's doing something different for college, and I think she's going to end up going back in the fall. However, because she came back, I had planned anyway to replace the furniture in her room. So I got a new bed. I got some nightstands. I got a dresser, all of that sort of stuff. Well, so my kid thought that she would do a great job at putting it all together. And she did. She did a really good job. But the last things that she had to put together was the nightstand. And so I come home today, and she's not quite home from work. And my dad, who lives with me, he goes, Did you hear what your daughter did today? And I'm like, no. What did she do? So it also snowed here recently. So, in the mad panic of snow, I ordered some ice melt off of Amazon, this 50-pound bag, right? And so my kid got this box for the dresser. She put the dresser together. She got the box for the bed frame. She put the bed frame together, like the whole works, right? She's going through all these boxes. She grabs the 50-pound bag of ice melt, and she cuts it open in her room to find out that it's ice melt and not the nightstand. And then she goes, "I can't lift this back to the garage." So my dad had to help her take it back. But good on her for like trying to put it all together and like trying to do it herself. My kid is in this zone where she's grown and she doesn't really like people telling her what to do, which is great. Good for her. but you grabbed the ice melt, and I need the ice melt back in the garage, please. So it was amazing.
See, I would say your daughter, though, has a built-in excuse, and I'm going to give this to her if she ever listens to the show.
Her dad's a Cowboys fan?
Well, there's that. He sucks.
that.
But that she can just say, Dad, it was a full moon, and it was the different moon that the other side of the world sees. Because that's my favorite story of your daughter. When you drove from Reno to Vegas, and she asked if it was the same moon, and she was going to college.
Yeah, that's what they teach those kids nowadays. Hey, Dad, it's a full moon down here. Is it a full moon up there? Yes. And the reason why is because it's the same moon everywhere, which is so amazing. But now that we're talking about things that we learn in school,
oh boy,
I'm gonna get into a little spelling bee with you guys.
7.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
I like totals.
So we're gonna call this the illiterate versus the imbecile.
The illiterate versus the imbecile.
And so I'm going to start you guys off with some words that I hope you can spell. And then we're just going to grow increasingly difficult. And I'm going to see which one of you guys is smart. Any questions?
Do we have to pronounce them? Because that's my biggest flaw. I can't pronounce words.
I'm going to pronounce them for you.
Good.
To ask you how this is how this works, Jake. I'm going to ask you a word. You will hear the word come out of my mouth. Then you can repeat the word that you heard.
So what you're saying is as soon as things come out of your mouth, they will progressively, it'll just keep getting harder and harder and harder.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about a spelling bee, that is correct.
That was for Stone.
All right.
I do have a couple questions real quick before we get started.
Sir.
Though. So first, my original question was going to be, can I use spell check? And
No.
then was that a no?
That was no.
Now back to the harder part. What's getting harder in your mouth? Because I wasn't paying attention. I was looking up words to spell.
It's a 4-letter word that begins with D and ends with K.
Duck. It's duck. Duck. I love ducks. I've jerked one off.
All right. So, Dome, since you're our guest, your first word is dads. How do you spell dads?
PIMP. No. DADS.
That is correct.
Suck it, gnome. I told you I'd fucking get one.
Hater, your first word is bleach.
Bleach. BLEACH. So the worst part is I really thought I was going to fuck that up. I'm like, I'm going to say A before E. I'm going to say A before E. Oh,
Dome,
thank God.
your next word is microphone.
Ooh. MICROPHONE.
I really thought you were going to trip. I really thought you were going to trip that up. You paused, and I'm like, oh, God, he doesn't know how to spell microphone. I called him out on the second fucking word.
The pause was for gnome again.
Oh, okay, because I'm sitting here going, this is a radio show, but if you could have seen your face, we're all like, oh, fuck, it's happening. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to spell microphone. Oh, fuck. I was like, shit, here we go. All right, Jake, your next word is podcast.
Podcast. PODCAST.
Perfect. All right, now we're going to switch it up. So, Jake, next word is for you. Spell illiterate.
Oh, look, you typed it at the top of the screen. ILLITERATE. Yes, God, I would have fucked it up.
I was sitting. I looked straight up. My eyes went straight up. I was like, "Please don't see it. Please don't see it. Please don't see it."
I hope your word's imbecile because it's right there.
Actually, Dome, your next word is imbecile.
So the fucked up part is, I looked at the word that you typed in up there earlier, and I was like, "I think that's fucking spelt wrong." But I don't fucking know. So we're going to go with it anyway. IMBECILE. Imbecile.
All right. Perfect. Now here's where they get hopefully progressively harder.
Oh shit.
So, Dome, spell the word supersede.
Supersede.
Yes.
SUPERCEDE.
That is incorrect.
Fuck, what is it? I don't even know.
It's SUPERSEDE.
Mm.
Jake, your next word is bureaucracy.
Pass. BUERACY?
You're so fucking stupid. No,
Fuck. What did I spell?
I have no clue what you spelled.
Type it at the top of the
No
screen next
fucking
time.
clue. Dome,
Oh,
the
shit.
next one to you is questionnaire.
Questionnaire.
Put your fucking keyboard down.
What fucking keyboard is up here?
It looks like you're going to Google. Like, how do I spell questionnaire?
I was pulling on my. Fuck you. What was the word? Questionnaire?
Questionnaire. You want me to have it used in a sentence? Or are you good?
No, it's fine. Can I phone a friend?
No.
QUESTIONARE. Questionnaire.
Incorrect.
It's AIR,
Incorrect.
isn't it?
No, it's question.
Yeah.
And then another N, AIRE.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Stupid.
yep. Jake, this one should be actually pretty easy for you because you work in the food industry. Connoisseur.
The fuck?
Oh, CONISSUER? Connoisseur.
Nope.
Yeah.
It is CONNOISSEUR.
That's like spelling Colonel Sanders. Fuck you. That's
Well,
stupid.
wait for this next word. So, hater, this one is to you. Gobbledygook.
It's not even a real word.
It is a real word,
That's
actually.
a real word. He comes up with these like MacGuffin and shit.
Yeah, he's sitting over here on his high horse. He got to fucking look these words up. Put him in the hot seat for once, and let's see if he can fucking do this.
Dude, there's no way that I could do it, which is why I'm reading the questions.
Gobbledygook.
Gobbledygook.
Oh, this will get us canceled. GOOBLEDIGUEK.
It's gobble. Gobble. How do you go with
I spelled Google. God. Did I get the rest right?
No.
No worse.
Gobbledygook. GOBBLEDYGOOK.
Would you have got that? Dome?
No.
Fuck no. I'd have spelled gooch. That's about it.
See, at first I was like, it's Gook, GOOK, and then I was like, no, I bet it's like that connoisseur, like French shit.
Yeah, little fucking with the little thing on
tilde
top.
thingy, the tilde.
Yeah.
So, Dome, spell handkerchief.
These are hard.
Handkerchief.
Handkerchief. So you masturbate and you wipe it into your handkerchief.
No, I don't. I use underwear, bro.
Carpet.
Stupid. HANKERCHIEF. Handkerchief.
You missed one letter.
EE,
Shut
right?
the fuck up.
No, it's handkerchief.
God damn it.
Yeah, you missed one letter. Jake, you should know this one.
Okay.
Land Before Time. You ready for
Ooh,
this?
Littlefoot.
Pterodactyl.
PTERDATYCL. Petrodactyl.
Jesus Christ. No.
What did I get wrong?
All of it.
No.
No. That was close.
It's PTERODACTYL. Pterodactyl.
Nah.
At least I knew there was a P in the beginning.
Yeah, I like your,
Give
I
me
like
that.
your spelling better.
No.
Fuck that.
Spell pneumonia.
Pneumonia? I've had it like 6 times. I should fucking know this by now. GNOMA pneumonia.
the fuck just happened?
I really hope that you were just fucking on that one because I don't know where the G is in pneumonia.
It's at the beginning.
No,
It's a
there's a
P.
P, like
No.
a pterodactyl.
It's like pterodactyl. Oh shit! It's like new. Pneumonia. All right, 2 more. Jake, sacrilegious.
Well, SAC is SAC. REGILOUS? Fuck. What? How do you spell this word?
SACRILEGIOUS.
I'm getting close. I'm just missing that one little the I before E bullshit.
It's hard when you can't write it down.
Yeah, or
See,
Google it.
spell check's
Yeah,
not
or
a
Google
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Dome, speaking of the I before E, let's see if you get this one right. Mischievous.
Mischievous. MISCHIEVEVOUS.
If you would have taken out the E,
I don't know
you
why I
would've
said
got
the E. VOUS.
it. I have no clue.
Why the fuck did I say the E?
Regardless, you're wrong.
I thought he was right.
No.
Are you even keeping track?
I
Yes,
have-
I am actually.
We've
Yeah,
gotten
we-
like 2 right,
Two.
right?
The first 2.
Dads.
Actually, you got 3 right because I put illiterate and imbecile into the link.
Yeah, that was a good help because I would have fucked that up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So last one for each of you, and then we'll probably have a real quick battle on something else. So, Jake, the last word for you is acquiesce.
FUCK, Brian.
Actually, that's
Fuck
correct.
you. Fuck
Thank you for acquiescing to
I
me.
don't know how to do that.
Dome, paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like Stoned gets pulled over in Las Vegas. They search his car and they find paraphernalia.
Acquiesce. Whatever.
paraphernalia. SEVENTOTEN.
7th and what?
7 to 10. There you go. It's your fucking
7 to 10.
paraphernalia. I don't know how to fucking spell paraphernalia.
7 to 10, that means like years. I just got it.
Jesus
Sickles. I'm sitting here going, what is he trying to do about this? Why the fuck is this thing? And then I was like,
On your
on a
face,
clock?
trying to process that.
It looked like he was smelling a fart too. Like he had his nose was crinkled, his eyes were squinting, and he is looking around like, what is that?
I literally was like, 7 to 10 on a clock. Why would you move your arm that way? Is that
On
how
that
high
note-
people do it?
On that note, I am just gonna proclaim a winner. The winner is Dome because of the last joke. So I appreciate that. So Dome, you are the winner of the first ever
Hey.
illiterate versus imbecile spelling bee.
God,
Good
I am
job.
slow.
And on to the next, because that's a good one. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about tonight is the chive. So I think you guys are both familiar with the chive.
Mm-hmm.
The chive polled their chivers, which are their followers, to compile a top 10 list of TV actresses. I don't know if they ranked them based on hotness or not. Regardless, it was the top 10 hottest TV actresses. Okay, and their list is as follows. It was Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell at number 1. Kelly Bundy from Married with Children at number 2. Wonder Woman, who was played by Linda Carter, at number 3. Lois Griffin from Family Guy, voiced by Mila Kunis. Rachel Green, played by Jennifer Aniston from Friends. Lonnie McKenzie, played by Carmen Electra from Baywatch. Gloria Delgado, played by Sofia Vergara, I don't know how to spell that either, from Modern Family. Marjorie Tyrell from Game of Thrones, played by Natalie Dormer. Fran Fine, a.k.a. The Nanny, so Fran Drescher. And Max Guevara, played by Jessica Alba from Dark Angel. Where do
Good
you
list.
agree? Where do you disagree?
Okay. So I'll go first. It's tough to disagree with any of them because I would rail all of them.
I disagree.
Let's just put that out there. No, well, your standards are too fucking high. Okay.
I'm not going to fuck a cartoon.
I don't. Why would you not?
Right.
Have you
'Cause I don't
seen
have a
Lois?
cartoon dick.
Lois
seen
might
Duvall?
actually be the hottest one out of all of them, for one.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
No.
If you haven't had a fantasy about making Lois go harder, you're lying.
Giggity, giggity.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Listen. Okay. However, I feel like there are a couple that have been snubbed.
Okay.
Like, okay. You can't keep out certain women that were staples in other people's like kind of
Bank.
yeah. I don't know.
So give me a couple that you think belong on the list.
Look, Emily Clark or Amelia Clark.
Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones. She should
yeah,
be above Natalie Dormer.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Absolutely. Like, there's no two ways about it. I don't think you can keep her off this list. The fact that Kelly Bundy made it over Peg is a little disgusting. I would rather have the mom than her. That's
Really?
just me. Yeah.
Talk to me about that. What is it about Peg Bundy that you think is hotter than Kelly Bundy?
She had bigger tits. I guarantee she sucked a better dick. And Kelly was annoying.
You know what? I think you're not wrong on the whole suckage part of it.
I actually like this theory. I'm taking her off my list and I'm putting Peg on there because my problem was, one, I didn't read the fucking rundown properly because I made just my own list and I said fuck that list. I didn't really pay attention to it. My problem was I had the 15-year-old me jerking off and the 36-year-old me jerking off, and those were two very contradicting lists. So I did like 5 and 5 of like who was the childhood one and then who do I like now, because like now I'm like attracted to moms, MILFs, like what, you know, an older person that I know I'm not gonna have to deal with all her fucking bullshit like Kelly Bundy.
Fair enough.
So
Like-
I agree with you there because like when I was saying, okay, I disagree with these, I also came to the conclusion that I had a replacement, right? So if I'm taking, let's say, Wonder Woman Linda Carter off the list,
Mm-hmm.
I have a replacement that I would want to put there. But like some of these, like Winnie Cooper from the
Yeah.
Wonder Years.
Alyssa
Like-
Milano.
Or yeah, Alyssa Milano, she's a great one too, right? So, but some of these, like, I'm not attracted to Winnie Cooper as a child. I'm attracted to Danica McKellar, the actress, as an adult.
Fair enough.
So, like, I didn't put her on my list because I kind of felt like if I named Winnie Cooper, I was, you know,
Gross.
entering a nasty zone, and I didn't want to do that.
Well, I think only a true pedophile would see you as that way, like an actual, you know, dad or anyone else who is attracted to that person. I think understands
Right.
that, right? You
Right.
know, like with Christina Ricci for me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
she's like my all time, right? But when I had a crush on her, I was the same age.
Right. And
Exactly.
that crush grew with you.
Exactly. We were even. And as
Yeah.
I got older, she got hotter. I got
You had,
fatter. Whatever.
you had Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
You had whatever. You had
Casper.
the young Rosie O'Donnell in Now and Later. I think it was
Uh-huh.
the movie, like where she had to duct tape her boobs. Like I'm all about that, dude.
Yeah.
But let me tell you who I disagree with on this list. So I've already said Wonder Woman Linda Carter. And the reason why, like, Linda Carter was hot for her time. I don't know. I guess I've never really looked at her that way. And partly because when I watched the Wonder Woman series, I was really young. So that was really odd for me. But I replaced her with Topanga. So we posted this on our socials this week. And there was several people who said Topanga. And as a matter of fact, Tyler from The Inner Idiot did the hashtag Justice for Topanga. And I could not love that anymore. Like I was only allowed to like it once. It was stupid. So I would definitely replace her with Topanga. For the whole purpose of Lois Griffin being a cartoon, like for me, Jake knows this about me. I'm just not a huge fan of cartoons, but I would replace her with the voice of Lois Griffin. I would replace her with Jackie from that 70s show. So Mila Kunis.
Yep.
Okay.
Lonnie McKenzie, let's be honest, like Carmen Electra was hot when Carmen Electra first came out, but I've never really been like the biggest Carmen Electra fan. I really think you could probably interchange her for Pamela Anderson. However, to keep it away from Baywatch, whatever happened to Jennifer Love Hewitt making this list, guys?
Yeah.
Like Jennifer Love Hewitt on Party of Five, like even from then to Scream, or not Scream. I know what you did last summer to all of this sort of shit. Jennifer Love Hewitt, dude.
I'm going to tell you why.
Amazing.
Because she transcended, just like, all right, Neve Campbell's not on there either. Wasn't she on Party of Five?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing. What do you remember her for? Movies or TV?
Movies.
There you go. That's why.
Yeah.
When you look at Jennifer Love Hewitt's tits,
but they have Jennifer Aniston on here.
Yeah, but
like
she's
Jennifer
more,
Aniston was
more famous
prominent
for
on Friends. I get that, but
yes.
she's also transcended into a very successful movie actress too.
I know Leprechaun was fucking amazing.
Well, okay, Christina Applegate is more known for movies now.
But we're talking like, but here's the thing. Her character that made her a staple. That just completely
goes against what you just said.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Okay.
Don't be stupid.
Jennifer
you can't
Love,
spell, but don't be stupid.
Jennifer Love Hewitt is never going to be known for the rest of her career for playing on Party of Five. She's going to be known for
always be known for her boobies and her subies.
That's fine.
And that's that is what is important in this list is boobies and subies. You are correct, my friend, because there is cleavage with Jennifer Love Hewitt, and I like those better than Carmen Electra's, and I have two more to disagree with, and you will shut up while I talk. Marjorie Tyrell, Game of Thrones, like she's hot, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
You leave her alone.
But what about the Pink Ranger?
Yeah, she's on my list too.
Yeah, so Amy Jo Johnson, aka Kimberly Hart, both. Furries need loving too, man. Like this is where it's at. And then don't get me wrong, I'm intrigued by Fran making the list. Okay, by Fran Drescher. I just don't think I can listen to her.
Nope.
Like
I could.
So I know you could, dude. Yeah. You can deal with some fucking stressful situations in that area, and I can't. So again, not you can say she's a movie actress, but I really only know her for like 2 movies. Jessica Biel, Seventh Heaven.
No. See, and I just okay, so I mean, I agree with you here. Topanga Danielle Fishel is my number 1, right? Pam Anderson was number 2, sure. And then 3 was Amy Jo Johnson. And that all went back to the, like, young me. Like, what did I grow up with? Like, Topanga Lawrence was the reason I had the quote, I like my women like a milkshake, a little bit thick. She like gave me the idealness of a woman, especially growing up, because just like Dome was saying, she was my Christina Ricci. I grew up in the same age frame as her when I was, and I was like, I had a crush on her the whole time, and I still do now.
Yeah.
Emilia Clarke was on there from Game of Thrones because I think I think Natalie Dormer's hot. I didn't even
think Emilia Clarke. That was
good.
Good.
And then Fran Drescher was my number 5, honestly, because I like the voice, I like the look, I like that. But my wife's a New York Italian too, so I like that shit. Okay, just saying it there.
Yeah, there's a level of attitude that is sexy to a certain person from that part of the United States.
Especially if you're a British aristocrat that needs somebody to watch your kids. Like absolutely, you're gonna take Fran to Pound Town. I just don't think that Fran. I don't think she should have made the top 10, dude. Like. I think and I know it's weird, but I think you can even go back to like early age actresses like Lucille Ball, Betty White, and I know Betty White now is a little weird because
no, it's not.
Casket.
Sorry, Betty. But when she was young, she was fucking hot. Her legs went from the ground to heaven.
Yeah,
they were amazing. So, but Lucille Ball for a redhead, oh my god, dude, she was amazing.
See, I was thinking of Gilligan's Island because I watched that growing up, right?
Oh, but it's got to be Marianne, not Ginger.
Yeah, Marianne, not Ginger.
Yeah,
absolutely.
6, I'm going to change. I had Christina Applegate, but I'm changing it for Peg because Dome has convinced me.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good argument. I'm not gonna lie.
Next one was Evangeline Lilly, though, from Lost.
Ooh.
Because I loved that show, and I just the scene where she, those types of people that you would just have dirty sex with, you don't care if they take a shower or not. Like watching her on that show, and she has all those sex scenes. Like that's all I thought of, and I don't care how gross that sounds. I'm like, yep, I'm all about that life with her. I think she's an attractive, like natural woman, and that's what I liked about her. It wasn't like over the top boobs or anything. She's just a good looking natural chick. Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld.
Okay.
See, even Veep, dude, she's still hot. Yeah.
Then I put Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yes,
because she's hilarious. I think it would be fun, but she also reminds me of like who I dated in my 20s, like eight like early college years.
Yeah.
Like that's just fun. I know it's going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then I put Christina Hendricks from Mad Men, and that only has to do with her
Red hair.
college. Well, I love red hair, but also her college degrees, right? What is it, B-word?
Her education.
Her education. She has
education
great education.
and her assets. Education. If you have your bachelor's degrees on your chest, then you have your assets on your ass, and that's the only thing that matters is boobies and subies. But I just asked, and it kind of got drowned out, and I don't mean to like re-ask, but what about Reba?
Yeah,
the Muppet. I've talked about her on the show. I'd bang the Muppet.
I would take Reba McEntire. You know who we haven't talked about? Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, from Buffy.
Dude. She's hot.
Yeah, she's hot.
She is hot.
She's hot.
I think if you're gonna go with the three name people, I would totally take Jennifer Love Hewitt over Sarah Michelle Gellar any day of the week.
I agree with that.
Any day of the week. Like when Freddie Prinze got with Sarah Michelle Gellar, I was like, that is like the perfect teenage couple.
Yeah.
And God bless them, they have been together, I think, until this day, and that's perfectly awesome.
Yeah.
But
I had a weird crush on a sitcom woman, Helen Hunt.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it was about her, like because she
Mad
never
About
wore
You?
anything that was like super sexy or skimpy or anything like that. But there was just something about her that just hit the mark for me. I don't know what it was.
There's 3 movies that she's super delicious in. First off is Twister.
Yeah,
I loved her in Twister.
Never
The
seen
second
it.
one, you've never seen Twister, where the fucking cow gets spun? You've never seen what?
He's
It's about weather. It's about weather. No, I haven't. No, there's a lot of movies that I just never seen. It's about weather. I'm fucking boring. Like I don't like wind. I don't like invisible shit hitting me in the face. I don't fucking care.
Twister was a fucking
about
intense
a big
movie.
Twister
wig.
was a great movie.
Okay, I'll
It
watch
is a
it then. I've never
classic.
seen it. Never
It's
seen
a
it.
fantastic movie.
I can't.
If
my
you don't
mind fucking
masturbate
hurts
through
right
half
now.
of that movie, we're
Yeah,
not friends anymore.
yeah, for
I've
real.
seen the
Like,
trailer with the cow, so I've seen the cow.
there's a good
That's
chance
not the
I'm gonna
only
block you on
fucking scene
social
of the
media.
movie.
I know.
Oh my
That's
God,
what
dude.
that's what everybody talks about.
Oh
so
my
I've seen it.
God. But you've seen Draft Day.
Yeah, good movie.
Oh God, dude. Oh my God. So we're gonna get off of that. But so Helen Hunt in that one, What Women Want with Mel Gibson.
Okay.
She was super hot in that one.
Yep.
And then the other one that she was in was As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
Yeah, she was hot in all 3 of those. And
See,
so you're not picking a bad choice there, Dome. Not
There
at all.
are people like Tia Leone, right? When she was in The Family Man,
Yeah.
that's her hottest fucking movie in my opinion.
When she's in the
smoking,
shower
she's in the
scene?
shower singing. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's not just
Yeah.
because she's naked; it's just that hot mom moment, right?
Well,
My-
and
like
then
my
once,
weird-
once they actually consummate again, and she like gives him a kiss on the way out, and
Then he
she
makes
like,
her-
grabs his butt cheek. She like grabs a fistful of dome. Yeah.
What
like,
was your what's your weird crush be? Where like what's one of the ones you look at going, it's questionable, but I still like it.
okay? So
I don't like cartoons, but
no, it's definitely not a cartoon. But what a God, I can't remember her name. That 70s show, the tall redhead.
Oh, she was
Myrtle
also
O'Keefe?
in Orange is the
Orange
New
is the New
Black.
Black. The New Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not looking it up. I don't know. You have your own list.
Dude.
Figure it
Well,
out.
you put me on the spot, dude. So
I
I
know.
wasn't prepared for that one. But like, it was this one thing where it's like, if you know, like Cat Williams had a stand-up show where he's talking about Michael Jackson and how Michael Jackson is so odd and some other things that had to deal with his accusations of pedophilia and whatever. But the one thing that he said is he's so disconnected from the world that like when there was a documentary series, he would climb this tree. He's like, y'all like to climb trees? And Cat Williams like, no, bitch, we got jobs and shit. Well, I think that the redhead from that 70s show is like a tree that I would like to climb, but I have a job and shit, so I can't climb the tree.
okay.
Laura
Like, I
Prepon.
realized that was a long way
Yeah,
to get
Laura
there.
Prepon is her
Yeah,
name.
that's it.
Mine's Sherry O'Terry.
Okay.
Saturday night. That was like that. I was like, Saturday Night Live. I'm like 13, and I started getting into like the real MILF thing because American Pie came out. I was like, that because she's hilarious, right?
Yeah,
She's got the type of body I like. I was like, yep, I'm a big Sherry O'Terry fan.
Yeah.
I
That
dig
would be
it.
my weird one.
The other one that I had that I most definitely looked up to see if she had nudes was Gillian Anderson.
Yeah,
Yeah, from
Yeah,
X-Files.
I could see
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
I could see that. Yeah, like because I like my other one, and my wife makes fun of me is I like the mousiness of Tina Fey.
Okay. I love Tina
think-
Fey.
I think Tina
Yeah.
Fey. I think Tina Fey's sneakily hot.
Dude,
Right, she's
30
sneaky.
Rock was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never watched it. Is it good?
You have to.
Okay.
Yeah. You know who else a lot of people forget about is Jenna Elfman. Do you remember her?
Oh
Yeah,
my
from
God, Dharma and Greg.
Dharma
Yep.
and Greg with the
Yes.
short hair. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
she was sneakily hot too. Like she
Yeah.
was this hippie-ish, nerdy-ish kind of super sexy woman. Like she was
Oh, yeah.
hot.
She
Yeah.
reminds me of a hippie version of what's the chick from she's like super famous. She was in Alien Prometheus, and she was in Monsters Ball. What's her name? What is it? I'm gonna look this up.
I don't know.
because-
Holly Berry?
No, the white chick.
Uh,
Yeah, Halle Berry's not white.
Oh, people don't like brown M&Ms. This is crazy.
Charlize Theron. Dharma,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
she's
okay,
like a
okay.
hippie version of Charlize Theron to me. That's the theory of two right there.
See, that's another
Yeah.
that's another tree that I would like to climb, but I've got jobs and shit, so I
See-
don't know if I can climb the tree.
and see, this is why I don't disagree with that list that you said for the top 10, because I would theoretically do all of them.
Yeah, the
Well,
only
I'm
one
not going to complain.
the only one I disagreed with you was Sarah Michelle Gellar, just because I looked at attitude. It just reminds me, like, how sometimes you look at something and go, it would never work in any shape or form. Even the sex probably wouldn't work, because I feel like she would just be mad at me, like the whole time,
Yeah,
like no matter
You're not
what.
wrong.
And I just don't want to deal with that. I don't have
could
enough
see
time
that.
for that.
Well, I think that this was a fun discussion, boys. For the Salty Hippo Nation listening out there, if you disagree with these lists, just let us know. Like, let us know who should be on the list, who shouldn't be on the list, why Jake is wrong. We appreciate all your feedback. It's fantastic. With that, Dome, you want to tell us a little bit about Dads on DayQuill, where we can catch you, what days you guys launch, or drop episodes, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, sure. So we're Dads on DayQuill. There's 3 of us, myself, the Dome, the Gnome, and Stoned. We're just 3 dads. We like to bring you dad entertainment. We tell stories about our lives with our kids. We have a link tree. It's linktr.ee/Dads on DayQuill. And if you go there, you can find every link that you could possibly want that is attached to us. It'll take you to where you can download our podcast. You can get our merch. You can check out our Shinesty sponsor. The code is attached there. Takes you to all our socials, TikToks, things like that. We drop every Wednesday promptly at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We do some stuff. We've got our Facebook's pretty active. Jordan, the Gnome, is really active with Twitter. We just like to have fun. If you're a dad and you enjoy dad stories, dad jokes, dark humor, that kind of thing, we play some games once in a while, put our own little dad spin on them, and just enjoy it, But come check us out. And if you have any dad stories, send us an email at dadsondayquill@gmail.com.
And I know a lot of our fans are your fans. We share a lot, but just so everybody knows, DayQuill is with 2 L's.
Correct.
2 L's, people, just like how the Golden Knights should lose every night. Fuck the Golden Knights, FTGK. And on that note, B-word, thank you for all the dirty talk, and come back and get sanitized. This is Jake from the Bleach Bros Podcast, and thank you for listening to today's episode. I want to bring to your attention our Linktree. Visit Linktree/Bleach Bros Podcast for access to all of our socials, merch, and streaming sites. Linktree is linktr.ee/Bleach Bros Podcast, all one word. And if you enjoy our content, make sure to give us a like, give us a review on whatever platform you are listening on, and also invite your friends. If you're a fan of our show, be sure to check out this one to stay sanitized.
Your dog is cute, your kids are adorable, and your cat really does look good in that tutu. But there's only so many times you can talk about how cool velociraptors are, or how much you want to rub that fuzzy belly. How about a podcast with extraordinary people and scintillating conversation? It's the Derek Duvall Show. Find it at DerekDuvallShow.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts. And no, I will not be attending your cat's quinceañera.